This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's like okay now. Sounds kind of game of chancy gambling to me. Okay. Metal balls.
All about the balls.
Love the balls.
Yes.
Are you gonna hang up this smoke detector?
Probably at some point. I gotta find the other one.
Okay.
Excuse me. Well, with all those balls being said, I will say hello, everyone.
Oh my god.
Oh, welcome to the Streamvoid podcast, episode 126.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm MikeyT, who is crazy, and across from me is KurbStomped. He is also crazy.
Hi.
And you can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
You can.
You're listening to the Streamvoid podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes.
And we're within the final days, maybe even the final day. How many days are in April?
This is the last day.
This is the last day of April.
Pretty
April
sure
30th.
tomorrow's the 1st.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
2023. Of course, the year of our Lord, 2023.
Yes.
We are now a religious podcast. I'm just kidding.
Oh, really? Wow.
No.
What religion would you be?
I don't know. I haven't researched any religion to see what one I would join.
I think Wiccan would be the coolest.
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so.
A non-practicing Wiccan.
Or like some sort of witch, warlock.
Yeah.
Just something like...
Something with spells.
Yeah. It's a
Carry around
little
a
almost
tomb.
more believable.
Oh, I was watching a YouTuber make a giant spell tome, just like huge spell tome, and she like did all the leather work and all the metal embossing and stuff like that on it. Just like it's like this thick, like probably like
6
8 inches thick,
8 inches?
6 to 8 inches thick.
Yeah.
'Cause she wanted to make a book that you could slap it on a table and it would actually like shake the room when it fell.
Did she write any spells in it?
No.
Oh.
But it's just like a whole ton of blank pages. I'm like, man, that's going to be cool when it gets filled up. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure lots of makers around
Illuminated
are like,
script
oh, yeah.
on it?
Yeah. It was super cool. I'm like, wow, you can just do that. That's dope.
You can do anything.
You can do anything.
Yeah.
She was like, to make the paper even, she had to like cut it like just ever so slightly and then sand all the edges down.
Oh,
I
no,
was like,
no.
oh my
That's
God.
no, wrong. Fake news. You can't do that.
You can.
No.
It's literally possible.
No. The
I
book has
watched
to
her
have
do it.
uneven pages.
Oh, she made them even.
No,
they
that's
were
wrong.
uneven and had like the half moon curve in it. And
No,
that
but
looked
think
cool.
about when you buy a hardcover book. It has like...
Yeah, they're not straight.
Yeah.
And she made them straight.
No.
I was like, it looks cool.
Two
with the
machine
curve.
then.
I guess so.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't know. We're talking about the year of our Lord and
doing the
whatnot.
intro. Because
I distracted you by your religious choices.
Yes, and then the book of spell tomes.
Yep.
Yeah. How was your week? Because that's where we are. We're in that section of the podcast where we talk about our week.
Yeah.
Our work week, our week in life,
Yes.
and that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Okay, well, for work week, it's sort of like a thing that's been the last week as well. It's kind of where so I'll tell you what. So let's see here. I don't know if I've talked about it on the stream. I don't know if I would. It probably would have been boring, so I don't know why I would have said it. But it's part of the story, so I got to say
All
it.
right.
I obviously order stuff for the store, and I order from different suppliers in Canada, North America, and I ordered some stuff from America that we get, and we have to clear it through customs, obviously.
yep.
So we send it to our broker we have, and then they clear it for us. So they
Yes.
take care of the paperwork, but we pay them for it, right? So we ordered like, basically we have bait that we sell, salmon, eggs. So I order like a skid's worth of that from America, and it comes to the border, and it's never comes through for whatever reason. Like, it doesn't show up. It's supposed to be refrigerated and all this stuff. So I'm like looking into it. I can't figure out what's going on, and I'm like, I ask our broker, like, what's the deal with this order? This is the purchase order, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, the supplier has to send us the invoice and all the information for us to clear it. So we need that. And I'm like, okay, but I know that they did that because I did 5 orders and 3 of them made it through. So there's 2 that they didn't bother dealing with. There's 3 that came through, right? So I'm like, okay, so I send it along saying like, here's the information. And she's like, okay. All she says is thank you, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So then I get a word from our billing, the woman that does that. And it's like, well, this one order that was stuck has been cleared 2 times. So that means they cleared it. And then when I sent it in again, they did it again.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that was the whole point, was that they didn't know where it was. I had to send them this information so they could figure it out. Anyways. Yeah. So then they had to like get them to redo that, blah, 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 blah. So I can't, and then I'm dealing with the actual company I bought it from, and they're like, well, have you got it yet? I'm like, no, something's wrong. Like, I told them the information. They haven't sent it. And so, I'm emailing these people back and forth, right? So it took like 2 weeks to get here. It's supposed to be here in like, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's preserved, so it's not like it went bad or anything, but while this is going on, again, same thing. I ordered these flashlights, and 3 of the orders made it through. 1 is stuck. And it's like, well, what's going on? So again, I'm sending them. They're like, well, it's on the shipper to send us the information. I'm like, well, they did send the information because 3/4 of the orders made it through already. And there's just 1 that you haven't taken care of. I'm like, here's the tracking information. It says you signed for it. Like, whatever, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm working on this, dealing with this, blah, blah, blah. So finally it shows up at the warehouse, and I can tell what happened is that the main order, the bait, the whole skid got set aside. They lost it. They put the other stuff, the flashlights, because they're on top of that skid.
Yeah.
So they put it all together down there, but they didn't do anything with it, right? So I'm like, okay, finally it arrived. We take care of it, whatever. And then that's on like Tuesday or whatever. So then I go into the office on the Thursday, start working, and I start going through my email, and there's like 4 emails from the owner, where the first one, he's like, what's going on with this? It's taking too long. And I'm like, I agree, it's taking too long, but that's on the like broker. They fucked up. Yep. And then there's the same thing with the flashlights. And then there's another one about some other thing. And then there's a 4th one where he's like, says something like, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's like, I can see that you haven't been replying to all the emails that they've been sending about this bait. You need to deal with this. It's your communication's really lacking with this. You have to take care of this, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? How can he say he can see that I'm not replying to these emails? Yeah.
Can he see I'm not CC'd in these emails as well?
So then I'm like, okay, I start writing an email like this, and then I'm like, no, fuck it. I'll just talk to him in person because whatever. So then, because I literally had my email chain, which was like 20 fucking emails long of me dealing with these people.
Yeah.
So then I'm looking through it, and I can see like, when they would email me, it would be CC'd to the office.
Yeah.
But when I reply to an email, I don't reply all. I reply because I hate when people reply all, because it'll be reply all, yes, and it goes to 50 fucking people. And it's like, they don't need to know this thing, right? I'm like the only person in the company that knows how to use to CC and BCC. Like, they didn't know what BCC means. Like, again, though, people in charge of the whole system, they'll be like, you didn't CC. I'm like, no, I BCC'd. And they're like, what's BCC? It's like, well, it's CC, except you can't see the emails because you don't need to know who I sent it to.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I'm not going to email. I'll talk to him about it. So then he calls me. He's out of town. He's, we need to talk about this. And I'm like, I don't know where you got the idea that I'm not replying to these emails, but there's a thing called CC and BCC. And like, I replied to all these emails, but I don't CC the office in it because they don't need to see me sending 30 emails back and forth about this. So like, when you look and see that I didn't CC to this, that doesn't mean I didn't reply. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyways, like and then I said, you know what? You said this email about how I need to work on my communication. I'm like, I think you need to work on your communication. Because if you would have just asked me about it, I could have told you, like, oh, yeah, I just don't CC them. Because they don't need to see me reply and say yes or whatever,
Yeah.
Like, they don't need to see that. He's like, oh, yeah, you're right. And then there's a whole other thing, like, he had I mean, his son works for him. He had his son phone the woman that I bought the flashlights from, and was just like, "Why is this taking so long? Why? We'll just cancel the order. Like, it's taking too long. I don't even want him." I'm like, if you would have just asked me, I would have told you it's not her fault. She did everything right. It's our stupid broker that we deal with that fucked it up.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah. You're right. I just was like, oh my fucking God. Like, you're complaining about my communication when it's you.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was so stupid. And then he's talking about how, like, there was a whole thing with these. There's like, oh, this fucking stupid shit. We bought these hooks. The company we bought them from, they are not distributing them in Canada anymore. So we got them from another supplier in Canada. Mm-hmm. And when they came in, it's just so stupid. We have to say if we want back orders or not. With fishing stuff, we want back orders. So that's generally for when we book it pre-order. If we order in the year, we don't usually take back orders. Yeah. But this was taken in the year, so it was weird that it said back orders. So she emailed me and the owner and everyone like, this has back orders on it, and we don't take back orders, and like, are you just changing the way we do things around here without letting anybody know, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. When I did this order, I literally gave you the paperwork and said, we're going to take back orders on this. Do not change the vendor they come from. We might not ever get these again. I don't want you to do all this work. Like, I specifically told you all this, right? So I told the owner that, and he's like, oh, maybe you should write it in an email. I'm like, what's the difference between an email and me telling her? She's not going to remember. She's not going to look in her email and be like, oh, yeah, maybe there was something about this. Either way, it was going to be the same thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, maybe you should email her anyways. I'm like, fuck, fine, whatever. I'll make sure I email it and I don't tell her to her face or whatever.
Well, that's the thing, is that if you email it to her, then there's a paper trail.
Yeah, I could say that I did it.
Yeah.
But, like, he knows I'm not making up a story about it. Like, that's just not the way I do things. But it was just so frustrating. So, like, whatever this was on Thursday, I just was like, oh, my fucking God.
If anybody tells me important information to my face, I'm like, can you send that in an email?
Yeah.
Can you text that to me? Because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with 1,000 different things right now at once.
Yeah. So anyways, that was very frustrating. But I was, as I'm listening to this, I've been listening to the Tiger Belly podcast and like the Bad Friends podcast with Bobby Lee. And actually his brother has a podcast. Anyways, this is going to lead into a thing where it's like boomers with technology.
Yep.
Not that the owner is actually that much older than me. He's probably only 10 years older than me. But it's just like he doesn't know jack shit about technology this way. Obviously, because he didn't understand that I could just choose reply rather than reply all for my emails. As I'm listening to these podcasts, I'm listening to the old. I started at the beginning, right? So there's like 300 episodes, and I'm on like episode 50. But it'll recommend me YouTube videos about the new, more modern episodes. Mm-hmm. And there's been there was like a whole like drama thing going on about Reddit and everything. I'm like, well, what's going on with this? It's going to be like a couple hundred episodes before I get into this. So I'm like, let me catch up. And the whole thing on this one was like the what's it called? There's a negative Reddit made up about this one podcast guy, and they're saying that the girl that's on Tiger Belly she's like the main shit disturber, like secretly talking shit about him on this Reddit. And they're literally they have like, we have hard evidence. We have hard evidence this you. And she was on the podcast talking about it, and they're like, what's the evidence? And it was the email address, where someone email, like, set up the account, and it was like tigerbelly@hotmail.com. And I'm just like,
oh my God.
Really? That's their evidence? Like a free email address?
Yeah, they're dumb.
That was all this drama? Dude, it's crazy hearing about the drama from these comedians. And like, it's like, wow, they have literally no communication skills at all. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Like, if you would have just talked about it, you would have had no problem. But instead, they diss each other on all their podcasts and everything. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was basically it for work. So on Thursday, I just was like, oh my God, this fucking place. But then it all got sorted out, and I talked to him and everything, and, you know, he sort of was like, oh yeah, my bad. But it's just like, and I get it, like, they're coming to him. He's the owner. He shouldn't have to deal with any of this stuff. Yeah. And they're coming to him and being like, we don't know what's going on. And it's like, well, I told them what's going on, but they're just too fucking impatient to get it sorted out. So then they're coming to you, and then you're like getting all into it where you don't want to be into it. So you're upset writing this email. And I'm like, if you would have just asked me rather than doing this, there would have been no problem.
Yeah.
So anyways, just a fucking pain in the ass, dude.
I send a ton of emails a day. I CC those who need to be CC'd. I BCC those who need to be BCC'd, or, you know, request to be BCC'd.
Well, I don't, like, anyways.
And I don't get CC'd enough.
I just am like, is it that important that I need to CC them on every email? Like, that they need to see that, like, that I said, like, okay, I'm looking into it or whatever?
Yeah.
Apparently I do.
Apparently.
Anyways.
I mean, I do. I just, like, I CC everybody that needs to be CC'd.
I guess I just need to do that. I don't know. I only think of it as my way. Like, if someone came to me and was like, okay, these hooks we're getting, they're screwed up. We're not getting them from this vendor. Mm-hmm. We're going to do this instead. I would just remember.
Yeah.
So I think of it as my way, like when I think about how I do things. So I guess I can't really do that. So
I do it as proof. I leave a paper trail so that everyone knows that I've done it. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, why didn't you get it done? I'm like, did you look at your emails?
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. Anyways, it's frustrating that way.
I guess I deal with a lot more. No, you got offices everywhere too, but
but those guys, those other places don't do shit. They don't do shit, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was annoying anyways. So I was just like, fuck this place. And then I was like, do I just leave right now? It's like,
Start your journey to full streamerifness.
Yeah, but it's just like, not quite yet.
Get on the TikToks.
I can do that now.
Get it, do it. That's what you need to do.
Yeah. Anyways, I went on Fiverr to be like, how much does it cost to get something edited? I was like, oh yeah, never mind.
Way too much.
Never mind. I was like, what about even a podcast? I was like, oh, this guy costs $15. I'm like, that's not too bad. Oh, 5 minutes.
$15 for 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, dude, maybe I need to open up a Fiverr.
Yeah, it's so expensive. I'm like, oh, you want to give us 15 minutes of raw footage? That's $120.
Yeah.
You want to give us 4 hours of raw footage? That's
Don't we got someone in Bangladesh or something that'll do it for cheap or something like that? Like, come on.
Those are the guys in Bangladesh that are doing it.
Those guys are living like kings over there, dude.
I mean, how many people are getting someone to edit their 4 hours of Twitch content down to a 20-minute video?
I don't know. But like those podcast guy, the guy that was doing $15 for 5 minutes, he had like 600 reviews.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
I mean, $15.
What kind of podcast is 5 minutes long?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, I was like, well, never mind that. So, anyways.
Is that podcast video or podcast audio?
It was audio.
Oh.
Yeah, it was audio.
Yeah.
It's just like, wowee. Anyways, what about you?
Work?
Yeah.
Me?
Uh-huh.
It was work.
Uh-huh.
I can barely even remember what I did. I know I went to, the city.
Uh-huh.
The city of Lillooet and Lytton.
City?
For the day. Actually, we stayed the night, and I was like, why am I here?
Village?
The village, yes.
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
To fill out, just check a box?
I checked the box. I checked it hard.
But I mean, that's like the boss has to check your box that says you were out of the office.
Yeah. And then, where did we go? We went to Salmon Arm. No, we went to Tappan.
Oh.
To hook up a house, which I was like, why are we here?
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody living in the house yet, but they wanted a cable being brought in. And I'm like, well, anyone could have done this. Like, this doesn't even have to be us. They could have just gotten the thing, pulled the cable, easy peasy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we here?
They wanted to be prepared for when they move in.
They did. And then we went to Salmon Arm. We went to the Shuswap Pie Company.
Oh, yum.
Because you have to go to the Shuswap Pie Company when you're near Salmon Arm.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a rule. And then we went to Vernon.
Okay.
And got some KT Bento.
Okay.
There's no better place. There's no other restaurant that makes me happy to eat at than KT Bento. I'm just happy after leaving there.
Have you had Kentucky Fried Chicken before?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't do that to me. KG Bento is the only place. There's a sushi called Inari, which is it's like a fried tofu bag filled with sushi rice.
Yeah.
And and that place is the only place that does it like my bachan used to do it, who is my Japanese grandma.
Oh,
it's the only place that
okay.
does it like that. So getting 3 of those for a lot of money, because they're ridiculously expensive for one reason, it just makes me happy. I'm just elated after I eat them, and I'm like just walking on clouds for the rest of the day.
I'll agree.
But we also went and looked at some cable information there. Cabling at another place in Vernon. They had run a temporary cable just across the yard.
Like,
and by the
just
yard,
laying on the ground?
Like, yeah, it's just laying on the ground. It's got some rocks on it just to hold it down.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So, and there's they want us to dig a new...
Like fiber optic cable?
Yeah, fiber optic cable. They want us to dig a new conduit in there.
Yeah.
So it's underground.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and there's 2 water shutoffs, and then the big electrical transformer right out front of the place, right next to the box.
So you're like, no?
I'm like, okay, well, we've got to make some calls and get some locates.
Oh, yeah.
We're only going to go 8 inches deep.
Uh-huh. So do you ever use a machine that does a tunnel?
Yeah. We've got 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
horizontal boring machines.
I guess so.
Yeah, they're pretty skookum, because you just put the drill into the ground and just direct it to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And so it's a 2-man operation. There's a guy on the drill watching the screen.
Yeah.
And then a guy with a machine that locates where the thing is, the drill head.
I just saw a TikTok of someone doing that under a road somewhere, and it came out the other side, and it was drilling into the back of a guy's truck. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, we've got 2 of those machines. They're pretty skookum.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But they're going to make you use a shovel?
It's literally 5 meters.
Yeah, okay.
And we're only going 8 inches deep.
Okay.
To avoid all the other garbage.
But is it like gravel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gravel
You gonna need a
landscaped. Yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
we gotta scrape off all the gravel, keep it nice, get some plywood, put it down, put all the dirt onto the plywood so we can get it back in the hole without messing up the landscaping.
Fun.
Yeah,
crazy.
It won't be fun at all.
Crazy.
Went off-roading yesterday.
Yeah, I saw you and your Jeep had a beep with another Jeep.
Yeah, my cousin's friend
has
just bought a Jeep, and he's just loving it, because once you buy a Jeep, you understand why people love their Jeeps. And he's just like, I love it.
It sounds like a cult.
It is a little bit of a cult.
Okay.
It is a little bit of a cult.
Do you drive each other's Jeeps?
No. We went out to Dewdrop, Trail and Point, and you can go. It's like a 4-hour round trip, but you can go all the way out to the other side of Tobiano on Counts Lake. So you're on that side of the lake, and there's a huge beach you can just drive down to. It's quite a precarious trail to get there. It's super narrow at points. There's huge drop offs. You're like, oh god.
Yeah.
But you get down there, and it's just a super sweet view.
Nice.
We got down there, and it was just Jeeps down there.
Oh yeah.
It was hilarious. Yeah, there was a group of 4 and just just one person in a Jeep. But the group of 4 was all meticulously lined up on the beach with their rooftop tents out.
Oh my god.
I was like, man, these guys are shooting a commercial or something.
Oh my god. They need to get some content.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got some content too. We got some cool drone shots, which I'll show you later.
Okay. And
so, yeah. There's one spot where there's just a Mustang at the bottom of a cliff.
Oh yeah.
Where they're like, oh yeah, let's just drive up here, and we look over the edge. There's just
Did you fly a drone down to it?
He flew a drone down there last time he was up there, but I didn't have my drone with me.
Oh, okay.
You
need to look in the window, see if there's a dead body in there.
Yeah, I think they just ghost rode it off there.
Oh, it was stolen?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Super cool trip. Very, very hilly, very dippy.
Fun.
Lots of clearance needed to get over there.
Yep.
Yeah, took some great shots.
Nice.
And we went out there at 5:30 is when we left.
Oh, yeah.
So it was pitch when we got back.
Oh, yeah.
Just driving in the dark.
Nice.
I'm like, I need to increase my light game. I've only got stock lights.
Oh, sad.
He's got a sweet light bar.
Sad stock lights, dude.
I got to ask him where he got his bumper from.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Got a bumper with a light and a winch mount.
Get a flamethrower. That'd be good.
Yeah. Other than that, didn't really do too much. It's just a lot of stuff, which I'll talk about in a future episode.
Oh, what does that mean?
Future episode.
What does that mean?
The wheels are turning.
Uh-huh.
So,
what kind of wheels?
Will happen. I can't really say right now.
Can you say off stream?
I can say. I'll tell you off stream for sure.
Okay. All right. I'm interested.
Yes. Played some League of Legends.
What? Is this true?
This is true. We played yesterday during the day.
Why?
And I was like, I had fun one game, and the rest of them I was just like,
Yeah.
This just wasn't fun at all. And I'm like, I better save it up for our stream. I don't want to get all like, disgruntled with it. But yeah, I'm totally disgruntled with it right now.
Yeah, we need to have the whole weekend with 9 arsons with our gay orgies and whatnot.
Yeah.
What? No, it's not a gay orgy. What are we going to do? Set a record for the biggest circle jerk?
Yeah, the biggest circle jerk. 27 people, I think it was.
I think we can get 28 dudes.
I think we can get 28 dudes.
Fuck, I think we can get 100 dudes, honestly.
We just put that out on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah. And played Starbound. Lots and lots of Starbound. I set up a private server.
Oh, wow.
So that those who are cool people can join the server and fly around space with us.
Okay.
And fight bad guys and, go mining on alien planets.
Yep. So, like, is it infinite?
It's infinite.
How crazy.
There's, like, when you look at the star map, you just go to a star. That star has, however many planets rotating around it,
and then, like, if I go to one you've already been to, it's already, like, it's established.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Established. If you go to one that no one's been to, it generates the world for you right there.
Crazy.
And then you can either bookmark that world or not bookmark that world. You're like, this world sucks.
Oh, crazy.
It's raining acid all the time. I'm just dying every time I'm here.
Okay. I might have to try it again. I just didn't like the controls when I played it the first time.
Because we played it right after playing Terraria, and it's totally different. It's not the same.
No, I know.
But you play it now after you've not played Terraria for a while. You'll be like, okay, this is all right.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it again and see.
The only frustrating part with the controls, I think, is the dashing. Because sometimes you'll just like tap a little bit too much to get close to an edge, and you'll just dash off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just dead.
I've yeeted.
Yes.
I hear that.
Yeah, infinite amount of planets. It's crazy. I was like, I need some poison. So I went to a planet. It was like, okay, well, this is a poison planet. It wasn't just a poison planet. It was a poison ocean planet.
Oh, fun.
So like just these little islands floating around. It's just raining poison. The oceans are poison.
Nice.
It's like, this is cool.
You got some poison.
I'm dying, but I need poison.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. Master's been using this tentacle gun. It's like the hentai gun. Like
nice.
Cujo would approve.
Nice.
You just hold down the button and it shoots out tentacles.
Gross. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And we're not too far in. The world hasn't been progressed too far.
Well, I might try it out. We'll see.
And I mean, even if it does progress far, you can still go back and do all the dungeons and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just to experience it.
Exactly.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Cool. Did you play anything else?
I didn't play anything else other than Game Club. I didn't really have the opportunity to play too much Dredge.
Oh, yeah.
I got to play a little bit, but not a whole heck of a lot. I did stay up super late and was... You just start going crazy when you stay up super late in Dredge.
Well, you just start going crazy if you stay up late any period.
Yes, but even like staying up past midnight, if you don't have good lights... You just start going crazy. You start seeing stuff in the distance, and it's wild.
Yeah,
it's a good game.
I've had that happen when I've stayed up late watching horror movies.
Yeah,
it's like, wow, the walls are melting. That's crazy.
Yes.
The only thing I really played this week was I played 5 Dates again, and I dated all the other girls.
Oh.
It's a fun game. There's a lot of scenes in that game, like optional. Like I dated all 5 girls, and I'd only seen just over half of the scenes, basically.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like there's scenes based off of all your choices. So, like, if I chose, like, to be a banker, there'd be, like, a custom scene. Like, oh, I see you're a banker. Like, how do you like that? Or whatever.
Yeah.
And I never chose banker or whatever, so I never saw them. But it was good. It was a little interesting seeing how the girls reacted to the different answers you'd give or whatever. Mm-hmm. I got all the achievements one of the achievements was to not get a second date with any girl. So I got them all down to 0% in the first dates, and they were like, no second date. But the answers are like, I don't know, like when I see the 3 choices and it's like you can agree, disagree, or be neutral.
Yeah.
And I always think like the disagree would be like sort of be like, no, sorry, I don't feel that way. But the way it is in the game, he totally just goes like, I can't believe that you would be like this, whatever, you know? There's like no subtlety to his negative comments in it, you know? Whereas you would probably play it a little softer if it was real, you know?
For sure.
So
it's not something that you or I would do in real life.
Well, I mean, I would think most people wouldn't, but you know, there's again, lots of people are stupid, so. But it was enjoyable. I got all the achievements and dated them all and whatever. And I'm looking forward to playing 10 dates.
Oh, damn!
To play as a guy or a girl.
Twice the length of game.
Yeah, I liked it. I think I told one in the mosh that'd be a good one for him to play on the Ludo lads.
Yeah,
just so they could debate the choices and everything like that.
Yeah,
see how it goes. Yeah, it was fun. I had to twerk on one of my dates, and you know,
it's like, oh, your chat's making you twerk on stream, isn't that?
No, that was one of the dates. Was like she dared me to twerk, so I was like, all right, and then he twerked, and it was weird. She liked it though.
Oh yeah,
she liked it. So
she likes an outgoing guy.
She does. She really likes an extrovert. She does very much so. She's the one that likes the Bolivian marching powder. So
Bolivian marching powder.
You've never heard that before?
No.
Yeah, a little cocaine in Bolivian marching powder.
Bolivian marching powder. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I dared her to show me what was in her purse. She's like, oh, you know, no big deal. I got my keys, and then this is my makeup kit, and she opens it up, and a little baggie falls out. She's like, ooh.
That's the Bolivian marching powder.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the other ones.
Yeah, nice.
And I saw that these guys that do these full motion video games, they have like 20 other ones on Xbox, so I'm going to check them out. They're actually not that expensive, really. They're all like $20 or less, considering they're like a lot of gameplay in there.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't
lots of acting and actors. And
I mean, I did I did all the, I shouldn't say I did everything, but I got all the achievements in 5 days. It took me 8 hours or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's still like literally 300 scenes I didn't see, but I'm not going to go through and see every scene. You know, it's just too much. You know, skipping around to see it. It does let you skip things you've seen, so it is easy to play through it again and see the other scenes, because you just hit right bumper and it just takes you to the next scene. But the only problem is like when you're doing the dates and you're playing like truth or dare or whatever, you'll skip what you've already said, and then the choice will just be yes or no, and I'll be like, fuck, what is she asking me? Like, I don't remember what the question is. So that sucks, but
yes,
whatever. But I don't think I played anything else this week.
No,
just Yakuza for the game club later.
Yakuza. Not even why is Vampire Survivors in here?
Oh, I played Vampire Survivors. I'm not looking at the notes. Yeah, I played Okay. Yeah, Vampire Survivors. I played that. So I bought the 2 DLCs.
Yeah,
because I just like, they're $2. Like, who cares, right?
For sure.
I don't think I've done anything in the DLCs yet, but I finally did beat the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, nice.
But I had a build that I was unkillable.
Yeah.
Like, unkillable. I had 5 Reapers attacking me, and I couldn't die. They couldn't even damage me. So that's how I finally... That was the second time I beat the Grim Reaper. Yeah, you got the red cloak. I did get the red cloak.
That's the way
key.
to do it. You're just
I'd never evolved the Laurel before. And I was looking at the list. I'm like, oh, I've never evolved the Laurel. Like, let me try to evolve the Laurel. So I picked it up. And then it was like, oh, I got the red cloak. And it's like, oh, it maximizes damage to be whatever it is, 10. Yeah. And then I had like the left and right red things, whatever the fuck they are. And the one that heals you.
Yeah.
And the other one that like increases the amount of enemies.
Yeah.
So like, and I had Lancet. So they would freeze them. I'd regenerate my health. And then they would be frozen like at different times. So only one would be attacking me and stuff.
Yeah.
It took a long time because all I had was like Fireball and like, garlic as my weapons. And it took forever to beat them. Like I was at minute 36 before they died, right?
Yeah.
And then they finally died and I beat them. But that was pretty funny. And then I don't know how I unlocked it, but I unlocked one of the cards that every 2 minutes it slurps all the XP and everything on the map to your location. Wow, that's a game changer.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, what do you need? Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, so what I would do is I'd start off and I'd just be like, okay, I don't want the stone mask and I don't want this or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd go pick it up, say no, whatever, and I get them all going, and I had all 4 of the bad guys chasing me around, and I would just slowly kill them throughout the level, and then they would eventually die, and I got my 4 golden eggs.
Yep.
And did that, but man, I was just like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what build am I going to do right here? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking the card then, because I want the ring, the ring, the thing.
If I'm trying to do a more elaborate build, I don't take it right off the bat, because those count as regular items.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because they fills up your slots.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get, like, you know, whatever, like a lot of AoE stuff. So I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to take those till the end, because they are extra items. So I would have, you know, whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
I also unlocked endless mode, but I haven't played that yet, just because. And I have I have whatever mode lets you level up your weapons to higher levels. I don't know what that mode's called.
Yeah, I've got that mode.
But yeah, I have the one where
I don't think that's a mode. I think you just check it on.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as checking on hyper and everything like that.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And I have the one that makes it so the Reaper never spawns. So you just go forever.
Yeah.
I haven't done that though, because
I haven't gotten that one unlocked.
I was like, what's the point? Like,
yeah,
what? Right. I guess to get gold, I guess.
Probably.
But I have pretty much everything unlocked, except I don't know if it's a new one from the DLC or I just unlocked it, but I have one to banish items from even spawning period before I start. So you go into the encyclopedia and be like, I don't want to ever see this item.
Yeah. Huh.
And it never comes up. Huh. So I went in there and I'm like, I don't want the stone mask to ever show up. There's some other ones too. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I never thought of this. Like, there's those levels where the Grim Reaper comes from the bottom with all the ghosts that kill you.
Oh, yeah. What a pain.
But I didn't realize you can kill that guy.
Yeah.
So when I accidentally did it, I was like, oh, okay. Because I picked up the little, like, damage everything on the screen, like, item, whatever that is, the cross. And he died, and I was like, oh, okay. That makes that a little easier. So...
Yeah, he can't kill you. He stays out of range of all your weapons unless it's like an all-screen weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, but he dies to the cross.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I played it a bunch. I got a bunch of achievements. I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah, there are a ton of characters I haven't unlocked yet.
Yeah, I unlocked so many. Like, I unlocked the Reaper. I unlocked, like, a pile of gems or something like that.
Yeah, he's Menya.
Yeah.
That's Menya Moonspell. He's from the second or the first DLC.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or
so there's a lot of things that I'm like, the only thing I don't like is that in the menu before you start, you can't see the combo. Like when you're in the match, you can press pause and you can pull up the thing and be like, okay, if I get the ring in this, it'll evolve to this, but you can't see that before you start the actual match.
No.
So I'll be like, oh, I want to evolve this item, but what do I need to take as my dude so I have it to start or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, fuck. I played it a bunch, got a bunch of achievements.
Reaper is one of the best characters if you're trying to do things.
Oh yeah.
Because he's so fast. Starts with maxed out axe.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just crazy. Yeah, Red Death.
Yeah. There's another one, like there's a glitch version of the Red Death 2 you can get called Missing No, like based off of the Pokemon Missing No, where he's all glitched out and everything like that. It's a pretty crazy game.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in it, and there's just so much stuff to discover.
Such a value.
It's just infinite replayability.
Basically.
Sucks on phone, though.
Yeah, I've never played it on phone.
It's not very good.
But I think that's everything I played. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing Archery Forest, but that's
Forest?
just a mobile game that plays itself.
What's Archery Forest?
You just set up your archers and fight waves, and that's it. They just automatically do it.
Interesting.
You merge arrows.
Uh-huh.
And make your arrows better, and then there's a whole ton of stuff in it.
It's just like an idle game?
It's just like an idle game, yeah. There's just like anthropomorphic animals, and you defend your anvil against the hordes.
Interesting.
I can't say I've been having fun with it just because you don't play it.
Yeah, I don't understand those.
I just check it every so often and be like, okay, well, I've made it this far to this wave. Oh, I've unlocked this.
Yeah, that doesn't really.
And then I put it in sleep mode every night because you can just set it up and then put it into sleep mode and it just plays itself. It's open.
Yeah, it's not interesting to me.
Unlock all the stuff.
That's not interesting to me.
I have an anthropomorphic shark with a bow, so that's fun.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Did you watch anything this week?
Yeah, I watched a lot of anime.
Really?
And by a lot of anime, I mean I watched the 3 episodes of Mine in Abyss for the Weebus Bleebus podcast, which we will be recording after this podcast.
You didn't watch anything else?
No.
So when you said a lot of anime,
I mean 3 episodes.
3 episodes? I watched more anime than you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 6 episodes of Mine in Abyss. I mean, Lost in Abyss. Made in Abyss? What's it fucking called?
Made in Abyss.
Yeah, anyways. I watched a movie called The Boston Strangler. I think it's called The Boston Strangler. It's like a dramatic thing about the Boston Strangler and how he was caught and everything like that, and how there was like these 2 female reporters who were like working the story and they kind of helped break the case or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it looked interesting. It's like a period piece. Takes place in late 60s, early 70s. So there's old cars and old clothes and shit. And as I'm watching it, I just was like, wow, like the movie Zodiac was much better than this. It's basically they remade the movie, except they took out the Zodiac and put in the Boston Strangler.
Yeah.
It's got like the same beats and everything like that, where, you know, in the Zodiac movie, Grace Smith goes to talk to a guy, and he's like in his house and he's all like weirded out and like, oh, is this guy the killer? Is he in the house? Whatever. And he's like, I gotta go. And he like leaves the house. Same thing in this one, except it's a woman, where she goes to the house and he's like, follow me down here. We'll talk about it. And she's just like, oh, I forgot I have a meeting. I gotta go somewhere else. And then she leaves. And it was basically like they just remade the movie.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed with it. It was fine, but it was not that good.
Should have watched the Boston Chicken Choker. That would have been much better.
Okay, now. It had Keira Knightley in it, so I like her, but it's weird. Usually when I watch a movie with her, I'll be watching and be like, all of a sudden, be like, oh, she's nude. That's unforeseen. Like, I remember watching the movie Domino she's in, where she's like a female bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden, she's naked. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I did not expect this at all. Same thing where she's like in another movie with the big nose guy. I can't think of his name.
Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks? I mean, he does have a big nose, but no, not Mel Brooks.
Leslie Nielsen.
Someone who's not 100. Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody. And it's something, he had an accident or something like that. But again, in that one, all of a sudden she's nude in that one. I'm like, where did this come from?
I think you should start expecting it now.
But she wasn't in this one. Because I was expecting it. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, she's not in this one. But yeah, like any of these other movies besides Pirates or like Bend It Like Beckham, because she was like 17 in that one. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden she's just nude. And I'm like, I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it. It's just like, wow, it was out of nowhere. Especially in Domino, because she's like supposed to be this like sort of female empowerment sort of movie up to that point, and then all of a sudden I was like, wow, this is a bit of gratuitous nude scene in this movie. So
well, there you go.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I watched anything else besides American Dad, of course.
Yes, of course. Gotta keep watching American Dad.
I watched some King of the Hill too, you know. But yeah, American Dad, dude, it's so good. Like there's only like 4 or 5 episodes where I'll be like, nah, skip this one. But everything else is like, yeah, that's good. Has your love of propane been rekindled? I never lost it. You never lost it. That's good. I never lost it. That's good. Yeah. I need to buy a new barbecue so that my love of propane can be rekindled. Oh, why? Is your barbecue on its last legs? Disgusting. You can clean it. It's completely rusted out. Okay. Like those channel vents that cover the burner, they're just rust. But I don't even think that's rust, dude, because like mine have never been wet in my last barbecue and they just burn apart. Yeah? I think it's just the heat and they just deteriorate. That one's been wet. Yeah. It sat on the back porch of a friend's house for years without a cover. So. Oh, yeah. You gonna get a cover this time? It's got a... Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a cover on it now. Oh, but it wasn't mine when it was on my friend's back porch. Okay. It was his. Very good. He just brought it over when he moved out. I don't even think it was his. He just stole it?
It was just whoever was living there before him. Who knows who that was, and he just...
oh, it's mine now.
It's mine now.
Excuse me.
Well, I mean, they left it there.
No.
And moved out. So.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we got a new grill last year or something like that. My roommate bought a new one. I just remember coming home one day and like, oh, new barbecue. Okay, cool.
I'm going to get one of those $1,000 pellet smoking barbecue things.
Oh my God, why?
Because they're so good.
Yeah. You can just put pellets in your barbecue, you know?
It's not the same.
Okay.
You got to keep doing it. These ones, we feed it automatically with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay. I guess so. Modern conveniences, I guess.
Yeah. I'm a modern guy.
I guess so.
I think.
Sure.
I like modern conveniences. I like using Wi-Fi to control things.
Sure do. That's cool.
Yeah. I didn't watch anything else. You didn't watch anything else?
No, not really. Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, the weather was super nice. Like, that was the other thing, too. I mean, we talked about it earlier with work. When I left work on Thursday, I just went outside and the sun was shining and everything was nice. I'm like, this is okay.
Yeah, it was 27 Celsius on Friday. And it was 32 Celsius on Saturday. According to my Jeep. My view is 32.
It's kind of crazy how the weather went from like below sub 10s all of a sudden, just boom. In the course of 5 days, it's it's 30 degrees.
I know. I like at the beginning of the week, I was like, okay, it's time to get the fan in the window. It's getting a little bit hot in here. And now I'm like, okay, it's time to get the air conditioner in. It's 30 degrees out.
Exactly. Gonna have to set up the pool soon.
I know. The rule is if it hits 30, I set the pool up, and it hit 30. So now I got to set the pool up. It's pool time.
Yeah. So I think maybe I have like season affective disorder or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I think so. Just like
you're only happy in the sunshine.
Yeah, just as soon as I went outside, I was like, oh, fucking the day is nice and everything. Feeling great, going home. I got to stop at the grocery store. It's okay. I can go to the grocery store. No problem. Not like usually before I'd be like, fuck, I got to go to the grocery store. Fuck it. I'll just have toast for dinner. I'm not going to the grocery store, you know? So I think I need one of those sun lamps or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you just need to drink more AG1.
No.
Get that vitamin D in you.
I got don't worry about my D. I get it all the time, you know.
You get all the D you need.
But yeah, just all of a sudden it was just yesterday walking around in the sunshine. Oh yeah, it's a good time. So I think I need to get a fake or maybe move to southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
When it becomes winter here, you know.
Maybe get a room that's upstairs.
There's no room upstairs.
I know there isn't.
There's no room upstairs. That would probably help too.
Probably. Being confined to the unfinished basement it's never...
Well, my bedroom's finished.
Your bedroom's finished, but the places that you hang out and do the majority of your work...
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
We're going to have to do something soon, too, because, like, my roommate's engaged now.
Oh, yeah.
And then she has a son. He's a cool kid. But it's like, there's... Well, no, it's not that. It's like, where the fuck would he even...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no room for him, right? So... I've talked to him before about, like, we should buy a second place and, like, each whatever, you know, but he was kind of poo-pooing it before because he's like, I don't want to have a place where I'm not living in. I'm like, no, you would live in one, I would live in the other, and, like,
and they'd both be ours.
But, like, we would have it so, like, we're renting, like, we would obviously change it so, like, we're renting either top or bottom of one of them, you know, blah, blah, blah. But there's no way, like, they can get married and... She can't move into this place with her son. Yeah, and she isn't full time. I don't think she has anything to do with the dad.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's room for that kind of thing. So
definitely not. Your house is barely.
I mean, we could do it, but no, we don't want to do it.
Because he's got a son too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's upstairs.
Yeah, he's upstairs. There's 2 bedrooms upstairs.
So it used to be upstairs. So what happened was my bedroom used to be upstairs.
Yeah.
Before anything streaming related happened, and it's not like I went downstairs because of streaming, but the reason I moved downstairs was his last girlfriend was the fucking worst. So I'm not sure exactly like what was going on, like she acted differently before they started going out or something like that, and it's not like she was rude to me or him or anything, but she had 2 sons, and she was the worst mother in the world to them. And she would literally, like, come in the house with them and just be yelling. And I'd be sitting on the couch and be like, bitch, you've been here, like, 2 fucking seconds and you're yelling at your kids? Like, go downstairs and talk to your fucking kid. Don't yell at him from the fucking across the house, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was... at that point I wasn't in the house that much. My girlfriend at the time, we would be doing stuff all the time, but she moved away, so she wasn't around, and I was like just at the house, and I just hear her yelling, and I just was like, oh my fucking God. So I told him, I'm like, okay, what I would like to do is I'm going to move downstairs. Your son can have this bedroom. And I said, I was like, the reason I'm doing this is because of your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I cannot handle her yelling at her fucking kids all the time. Like, I don't care that she's around or whatever, but can you just get her to stop? And the stuff she would yell at her kids about. Like, I remember one day they were eating dinner and the kid's like, oh, my hair's getting long. I could use a haircut. And she's like, why didn't you tell me earlier? Do you need a haircut? I'm like, he's 8 years old. Like, you tell him when it's time to get a fucking haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I'm going down there because I cannot handle being around her. Like, when she comes over, I want to leave the house.
Yeah.
If you can tell her to stop yelling at her kids, that's fine. I'm like, I would prefer if you didn't tell her that I can't be around her. But if you want to, that's fine. It's up to you. And they broke up like a week later. So I think maybe he kind of was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And just me saying it, he was like, yeah, okay. Because I remember I didn't ever see her again basically after that. I remember I saw her one time after that, and she came in and she just walked into his bedroom and didn't say anything, was very quiet and everything like that. So I'm sure he said something about how I was, asking her to be quieter.
Yeah.
But I did not regret when I never saw her again.
That's one of those things, you go on a couple dates with somebody and you start hanging out.
Well, it wasn't like it was a couple dates. They'd been going out for like months or whatever.
But even then, sometimes you don't see it.
Oh, no.
It happens, you're like, whoa.
And maybe it was gradual. Maybe it was just slowly building up and he didn't notice that it was like eventually to this point where it's like, wow, you're a terrible mom.
Yeah, the red flag just slowly starts creeping its way up.
And then it's like
and after it's fully erect and flagging around in your face, you don't notice it.
That's totally true, because there's been times like that. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, where mutual friends will all say something is like, when I came into the group, I was new, so I'm seeing it with fresh eyes,
Yeah.
So our mutual, I'm not going to say names, but I remember I said one time, oh, like they're dating. And they're like, they're not dating. And I'm like, they're not? I'm like, they sure act like they're boyfriend and girlfriend. They're no, they're not dating. They're not dating. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then it's like a couple weeks later, it's like, yeah, they are dating. She was like cheating on her boyfriend with him, basically, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I saw that because I was new.
Yeah,
I got the fresh eyes on it. Whereas you guys have been like sort of blinded to it,
Yeah.
So that's just the way it goes,
The
fresh eyes always see that.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. If you're on the outside looking in, it's so much easier to see things.
If someone said, like, I'm new and says something, I'm always like, huh, okay.
Sure.
You might be right here,
Yeah.
Same thing when I first joined my job here. The old owner's son was dating like the manager. Mm-hmm. And I said something to somebody like, oh, they're together or whatever. And they're like, no, they're not. I'm like, no, they're not. I'm like, you sure? And they're like, oh, they just work together because, like, he's in charge and she's the store manager.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I think, no.
And then it's like, no, they are together, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I saw them holding hands. Yeah, no shit. I said that to you. Like, I said that they were together. So it's like, I'm the fresh eyes. Maybe you're just
better at picking up social cues from people.
No, I wouldn't think so.
No?
I think it's just like you come in as a new person. I don't think I'm better at picking up social cues. They've just been like
that forever. It's like,
it's that kind of thing.
Too much.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that good at picking. Well, I mean,
you might be shortchanging yourself in that department.
I guess maybe
you might be pretty good at picking up social cues from people.
No, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Unless it involves me. Then I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're always an idiot when it comes to yourself.
It's like, wow, she's being nice to me? That's weird. She was really nice. That's what I always think.
Yeah.
That was weird. She was really nice to me. And then like a year later, oh!
You just wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh!
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, whatever.
That's usually 10 years for me. It's like, fuck.
So the other thing too, though, with that is, do you ever find you'll think like, oh, I was such an idiot, like so embarrassing, like I did this thing or I said this thing. I can't believe I did that. Do you ever do that?
Oh yeah, relive your cringe moments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that's a human thing to do.
I know, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, why do I do that? I don't really do it anymore because I sort of told myself not to do it.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like, oh, I did this stupid thing or whatever, and blah blah blah, and then I was like, wait, I can literally think of like no times ever where someone has done something and I was like, wow, I can't believe it, you know? Like I could never think of something that you've done where I've been like, oh, that was so cringy that you did that.
You haven't hung out with me enough.
But okay.
And hung out with me like 20 years ago enough.
But even then, like, can you think of anything that one of your friends has done and you were like, oh my God, I can't believe it? Maybe a few. But like, how many times do you think back to when, oh, I can't believe I did this stupid thing? 100 times? Whatever?
Oh, yeah, that's because it's, you lived it.
But,
so
like, no one
fresh.
remembers it, so you're just torturing yourself with it, basically.
I mean, some people remember.
I mean, I got a pretty good memory, and I don't really think of anything.
Well, I
really.
haven't really done anything that I deem ultra cringe with you around.
No, but even if you did, I wouldn't remember it or even think like, oh, big deal. You know?
Yeah.
So like even with like my roommate, like I've known him since grade 9 or something like that. I can't think of anything that he would have done that was like ridiculous or cringy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if I asked him, he'd be like, oh yeah, there was this, that, and the other thing. And be like, oh, okay, yeah. But like I don't remember any of that shit. So I don't think anyone thinks about that. And I don't know. Think about people that you know, how good their memories are.
Yeah.
Compared to your own. I mean, you got a bad memory, so
I do have a bad memory. Yeah. It's true.
So,
but
I unfortunately have a really good memory.
With being part of the raver group in
yeah,
in
but
town,
that's different.
There's a lot of people doing a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, but
and
that's
you see
different.
That.
That's different.
But it's like,
though.
oh, they're just doing whatever.
Yeah, but they're also rolling or whatever too. So it's like,
yeah,
that's different.
Yeah,
you can't really do that.
No, but even when people are doing things like that, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's not affecting me. So
yeah, but you did the same thing, and you think, oh, I'm an idiot. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Whereas they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, how did we get on this?
I don't know.
Oh, because we were talking about
houses moving downstairs.
Yeah. I know that for my place, my roommate's dad really wants us to put a, I don't know what it's called, but when it's like a second building on the lot. Like
subdivide.
No. It's like, they call it like I don't know what it's called, like a cottage house or something like that.
Like an alley house?
Where it's like a second house, but it's like the guest house, but it's not a guest house. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh.
There's a couple down by my house.
It's like a detached.
It's not a guest house either.
It's like a detached living thing.
Yeah, but you could rent it out separately as, because we have that back right on the alley. There's that whole area.
My landlord calls it a lane house.
Yeah, lane house is probably closer to it. Yeah, but
because he wanted to build one in the back there for himself.
Oh yeah.
Because he's used to living in Vancouver, where there's no room anyway. His place was super small.
Yeah, exactly. So he wants to do that. He's
the servants' quarters.
The servants' quarters, right? He's been doing a lot. He owns a few houses and stuff like that, and he's been doing his own like renovations and all that stuff. And he was like, "Oh, you guys should do that. We could do that." It's like, okay, well,
I don't know what the rules are on the North Shore, but I know on the South Shore you can't do that.
Well, I know that you can do it on the North Shore because there's one right by mine that did it a few years ago.
Yeah, okay.
So, but I mean, we just need to get him involved, and we can get everything done. Yeah. I know what I want to do in my place right now is to put in another. It'd be like a suite.
Yeah.
And I know exactly how to do it. All we have to do is turn the stairs around. Now the stairs go down this way. They just need to go down this way instead. Yeah. Easy enough to do.
Yeah.
And then we could make it into upstairs and downstairs. Shared laundry. Mm-hmm. It's easy to do. I know how to do it. It's already a bathroom downstairs. Fix the bathroom.
Yeah, it'd be pretty easy to do in your place.
Yeah, super easy. Yeah. Super easy. The main thing right now is the stairs come down into the living area of the basement suite, whereas we want it to go other way, and then it would go into the shared laundry.
Yeah.
So we just need to do it, basically. So we got to figure it out. Anyways.
Yeah, and you have a lot of your backyard. There's that whole parking area plus the like little garden area almost that could be and
that was I think that used to have a garage on it because in the middle of that garden area there's like a pipe coming up. So I think it's a gas connection or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty easy to do in your place.
Yeah. You just have to do it basically.
Yeah.
I would have to like get a container and store all my shit outside and everything like that, which is fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, I want to do it.
You could get a container office. You'd have to set up a container office for your streaming studio.
It would be echoey in there, I think.
Just put up some blankets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways. Do you have any other topics you'd like to discuss? Because we're fucking short on news this week. Dude.
We're extremely short on news, but we're also long on bonus material.
Oh, but that doesn't help the non-Patreons.
No, that doesn't help the non-Patreons, and that's probably okay. They could just deal with a bit of a shorter show.
Or they could sign up for the Patreon.
Or you could sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Yep.
For as little as $1 a month, you can get in there. You can throw money at the screen. You can help support this podcast, help support us, bringing this to you every week.
Yes.
Every week.
You should do it.
Lots of bonus materials you can get access to. There's almost like an hour and a half of bonus content that goes out onto the Patreon that you guys don't get to listen to. There's even a half an hour or more of stuff that nobody gets to listen to.
Yeah, a lot of ASMR.
A lot of ASMR, lots of eating. I ate like 30 meatballs this morning for breakfast.
This ball lover. Notorious ball lover.
Notorious ball lover, Mikey T. It's true.
Yep.
It's true. But we also do bonus videos and bonus streams, bonus content, bonus everything, and you get access to that for just $1 a month. $1.
Yeah,
that's less than parking downtown for 15 minutes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's crazy.
Yes.
Anyways, Patreon spiel's done.
Yep.
I saw on the Kamloops Reddit, Kamloops is where we live, there is people talking about how they can't afford to get a apartment or whatever downtown. I was like, well, why do you want to live downtown so much? Live somewhere else in town.
Downtown.
I just don't understand I kind of get it in a big city. Like, that's where everything is, nightlife and everything like that. And there is some stuff to do downtown.
A little, yeah.
But it's like, why would you want to live downtown here?
I think it's... Well, when I lived downtown, I loved living downtown.
Yeah, but you were in a house.
I was in a house, but that house is now surrounded by brand new apartments.
Oh, is it?
It is. Like, I went cruising down there, like, oh, there's like 3 new apartment blocks on this corner.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think the people that want to live downtown, that want to get an apartment, that can't afford a house, all the apartments are brand freaking new.
Yeah.
So, they're probably a little bit on the more expensive side. Even the old apartments are... expensive.
Yeah. I don't know. I just I don't understand the appeal of living downtown here.
It's good. Everything's within walking. All your entertainment is within walking distance, unless you want to go see a movie, in which case you have to go to the independent movie theater, and they don't always, have movies because of the way distribution works.
Mm-hmm. Actually, they were playing some crazy movies recently. I can't remember what they were, but I was like, wow, I want to go see this.
Yeah. I heard how difficult it is on the radio for them to get like newer movies, because the big chains are like, oh, we might want to play this again, so you can't play it. It's like it's not been
might want to play it again. They fucking never.
That's all they have
again.
to say is they might want to play it again.
Yeah,
and then the independents can't get them.
Stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Also, they probably don't have digital projectors there. They probably have to get film.
Probably. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to the Paramount Theater in quite a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Paramount?
I don't know, but they were
Did they
doing
upgrade their seats because they
upgraded the last time I was there. They'd upgraded their audio, so it wasn't like mono mix anymore. So that was good.
Yeah,
but it's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, apartments downtown, not a lot of them.
Yeah,
and a lot of them are new.
Yeah, I mean,
I really enjoyed living downtown.
I mean. Yeah.
It was nice to just be able to walk anywhere and just like be downtown.
I guess so.
I would just skate around downtown in like the middle of the night. Streets are empty. Just cruising down Victoria.
Skate around here in the middle of the night too.
Yeah, the roads here suck.
Yeah, I know.
They haven't been redone enough. Like there's the one street not too far from me which has nice new asphalt on it, and that's nice to skate on. But even the trail here, it needs to get redone. It's like the roots are
it's
everywhere.
Cracked and everything.
It's cracked all over the place. It's just not nice to skate on.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'll agree to it.
Yep. Should we talk about a little bit of news?
Sure.
And by a little bit, I mean tiny amounts.
Yes. This is the least amount we've ever had.
This is the least amount that we have ever had. We have 2 articles to talk about.
There was other things, but they were all kind of just like, do we need to talk about Destiny again?
Yeah,
like, I don't think so.
Talk about all the stuff we're not interested in?
No,
we don't.
No.
Sony confirms more PC ports are coming because it's making a ton of money. Duh.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So, again, go ahead.
I found that the numbers were pretty interesting, though. The amount of money that has been made. Like, what came out in Q4 of 2022?
For PC ports?
Yeah.
The Last of Us?
Must have been. It must have been something big.
Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah. So, 2021, they're making about 300 to 400 mil a quarter.
On PC ports?
Of PC ports, yeah.
Wow.
Number in 2022, it was like 4.5, 4, 6, and then 1 billion for quarter 4.
That's got to be not
It might be everything.
That's a lot. Let's see here.
Others. So that's others gaming category.
Others.
Yeah.
Oh, that's PlayStation
So that's
VR
PlayStation
as well.
VR and peripherals and stuff like that. But still,
mobile and stuff like that too.
Yeah, if The Last of Us came out and PlayStation or
okay. So that's crazy. That's a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a huge amount. It's a huge boost.
Oh, it also so that also includes controllers too.
Yeah. But I mean, how many people are buying controllers in Q4 versus this year versus last year?
I mean, Q4 is Christmas season, so
it is Christmas season, but still, the numbers didn't jump in 21, but in 22, they definitely did jump.
Yeah, that's true.
Huge jump.
Yeah, there's money to be made. Sony's taking a sweet time with doing it too.
Yep.
But it also leads into all these games. They had like terrible reviews out the gate for performance reasons, which seems to be the thing now. Like, I don't understand how these PC releases run so poorly when they work fine on console. You'd think that they would. I don't know. I don't understand how they can.
I saw a tweet. It's like you have 3 consoles stock. That's the hardware doesn't change on those 3 consoles. It's just them.
Yeah, but still.
Whereas PC, you have like
thousands
and millions of different combinations of hardware.
They can't even get it running like at 60 frames a second on like the high end stuff.
I think it all depends on the combination of people's hardware, because sometimes it's just not accounting for stuff.
No, but even like with Star Wars that came out now, like even with like a high end PC, you can't even get close to the console performance. It's like 30 FPS. And it's like I bought $1,000 graphics card. My console cost like $500.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of work to do that. I don't know. Obviously, they want to get them out. Obviously, they're going to keep doing it this way because they made so much money. They're not going to... They're like, well, we don't have to optimize it that much. We can do that later.
And the amount of complaining versus the amount of people buying is,
Yeah, it's always the vocal minority, really.
Yeah. Even though everyone is, kind of annoyed that this is happening, you don't hear about the stuff where it's like, oh, yeah, well, it's working fine for me. You just don't hear about that.
It just gets drowned out.
Gets drowned out by the couple people, not couple, quote unquote, that have poor performance issues, and they get out there and they're like, hey, and then the news feed doesn't pick up on the people who are having fine that are fine.
Well, that's exactly what happened with Cyberpunk. Like, I had it a launch day and it ran fine for me.
Yeah,
I mean, it was on Xbox or whatever, but it wasn't like unplayable or anything. But you never heard about anyone that the game was unplayable.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
They were like, we'll give you your money back. It's unplayable.
Game works fine. That's not news.
Yeah.
Game is unplayable. That's news.
So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to be made from PC ports. So I wonder how much Microsoft is doing from this too.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see.
I mean, is it more or less than... It's probably less just because of Game Pass, but it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
What their numbers are.
Yeah.
Sony's always been like sort of like Nintendo in that way. Like, no, we get it. You get it on the PlayStation. You don't get it on anything else.
Yeah.
Nintendo leaving a lot of fucking money on the table too.
They
Like,
sure
even
are.
if they did it like 2 years, 3 years later, like, imagine Zelda coming to Steam. Oh my god, they would make $1 billion from one game.
Yeah, the internet would literally break in half, and all the money would just funnel straight into Nintendo's.
I don't understand why they wouldn't do it. It's weird to me. Especially when people
Japanese principles.
Yeah, but I mean, Capcom's doing it. Every other Japanese company's doing it.
Not everyone. Not Nintendo.
Dude, okay. We're talking about Nintendo. That was the everyone else is doing it, okay? So, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I guess they don't want to sacrifice their principles. It's like,
but they don't have, like I said, people are doing it anyways. Like,
I know, but I mean, maybe it's just
they're illegally doing it.
The Nintendo principle. Oh, the illegally putting games on PC.
Yeah, but people are still doing it. So, like, why not actually get the money for it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Like, why wouldn't you release Breath of the Wild now on PC?
Yeah, right?
They've already made $1 billion on it. They're not making any more money on it, really.
Yeah,
they're still selling it, but it's not like, if they put it on Steam, could you imagine how many sales they would get?
Yeah, tons.
Oh my god, if I was a stockholder with Nintendo, every day I'd be like, sell it on Steam.
Yes, put it on Steam. Just do it.
Any game on Steam, just do it.
Yeah.
Like Mario, anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, I can play Nintendo on my Steam Deck now legally? I'll get in on that.
Exactly, dude. It's easy money.
It's totally
It's the easiest money. They've already made their money back on the game. All they have to do is shittily port it to PC.
And fix it in post.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because Nintendo's a game. They're a toy company.
Yeah.
That's what they've always been. Mm-hmm. It's about selling a physical item.
Yeah.
So
we got to get with the times. It's literally.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that they even let you download stuff. Because up until the Wii U, Wii days, they barely would. You couldn't patch a game on the Wii.
Yeah.
No,
that's insane.
It wasn't allowed.
That's insane.
It wasn't allowed. I think what they did for the Wii, like, I think there was a critical game bug in the Twilight Princess that you had to, like, mail them your save.
And they would fix it?
They would fix it and send it back.
Mail them your save. Just take the card out, mail it to them, and they would fix it. Wow.
Yep.
Just fix it in post.
Yeah, they do that now. So maybe eventually they'll get on Steam.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe man.
In 25 years.
Nintendo almost should buy some stock. Because it's got to be come eventually, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one to get in on early. Because when that happens, holy fuck, dude. That's like printing money, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, it is what it is.
What's Nintendo trading at?
Yeah, I don't know.
5,721 yen.
So like $50.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
But they're traded on like the Japanese stock exchange, so I don't even know if you can buy it.
Oh.
They're like traded on the Nikkei, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if you can buy it easily in North America. Anyways.
Plus 93 yen today.
That's like 9 cents.
Hello.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. Next up. Where's my notes? All right, Vampire Survivors. We're talking about Vampire Survivors again.
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an animated series coming from the John Wick studio.
Oh, well, the John Wick creator, his new studio.
Oh, his new studio.
Yeah. So,
new dudes.
What would you picture this Vampire Survivors anime? Animated. It said animated. I gave my cards away. I said anime. I picture it as just being like the Castlevania anime.
If it's not like the Castlevania anime, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Yeah. Like, what could you imagine? It's like a chibi, like, kids adventure game?
I'm not into it.
No, it couldn't be.
If it's not, like, Castlevania is so good, and if you're making an animated series that takes heavy inspiration from Castlevania, then it just has to be like that. Otherwise, it's going to be like, meh.
It's going to be high action, low story.
Yeah.
I think it could be interesting.
I think it's going to focus on one or two of the characters.
Oh, I'd have to.
Because there's so
many.
It'd
be like the Arcane, basically.
Yeah.
There'd be like 4 or 5 main characters. They'd make a story. Like, there's virtually no story for Vampire Survivors.
Literally no story.
Well, there kind of is. Like, you have to, find the Bone Man or whatever. But like, why are they fighting in the dairy?
Yeah, right? Why are there milkmaids everywhere?
Yeah, like what is going on here? So they'd have to really make a story up about it as they go. But I think it could be... It's basically a blank slate.
Essentially. Here's all these characters in this weird milk world.
It's almost weird that they're actually even bothering with the like IP. I guess it's like name recognition, sort of.
Yeah.
You can be like, oh yeah, Vampire Survivors, I played that game. But like, there's all their licensing is the look of the characters, basically. The designs. Because there's like no lore.
Is it Vampire Apocalypse? Because you're survivors.
Do you even fight vampires in this game?
No, you just
I fight bones and like fucking plants and bats, and dragon shrimps.
The dragon shrimps.
Like I don't even think there's a vampire in the game. I guess you play as a vampire. Certain characters are vampires, I guess.
I think so.
But I don't think I fought a vampire.
Let's go to the enemies.
Like
page
there's a crone, and you fight death, and there's golems. I almost said golem. There's golems,
Scalinos,
of course,
Scarletons,
yeah,
and skeletons,
yeah,
zombies, mudmen, the old flower wall,
yep,
ghosts, werewolves.
Oh, I guess you open a vampire coffin and vampires come out and fight you.
Yeah, there's milk elementals.
Oh, classic milk elemental. Yeah, I think those are the only vampires.
From the days of yore. Undead mage, witches.
Yeah.
Archon Spada.
The only vampires I can think of are when you find the vampire chest or coffin, it opens up and it says, oh, our vampire's in another coffin, and then you unlock a different survivor.
Yeah. You unlock survivors.
Yeah.
Oh, cute, happy, sad. Molisanos.
The old Molisanos.
Old Molisanos. They're like... Those are the plants. Dead Molisanos? What? Dead Molisanos are people? What's going on here?
Yeah, man. It's like Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
Yeah, I would like to check this out for sure.
Reaper trainee.
Especially with John Wick. Those movies are pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, they're not... I think the first one is the best one. They get a little more over the top the further they go. The fighting is good and everything, but the story is kind of like, eh...
I haven't seen the latest one.
I think I saw 3. I haven't seen 4 though, for sure. And there's a spin-off coming too, like one called The Ballerina, I think.
The Ballerina?
Yeah, for one of the female assassins or something. I don't know, like they got a double header of like 2 of the worst actors in the movie in the second one, I think, because it has Keanu Reeves and then Ruby Rose.
Oh yeah, Ruby Rose's acting in that.
She is terrible. She's very terrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know Keanu's good guy Keanu, but he's not a good actor.
He's just Keanu.
But like, I mean, even Ryan Reynolds is just Ryan Reynolds, but he's better than Keanu.
That's because he's got witty quips and one-liners, and his delivery's great. Whereas Keanu is just Keanu in every movie.
Yeah, he is. God, if you watch Knock Knock, some of the
Keanu in every movie except for Bill and Ted.
No, that's the purest form of Keanu right there.
Yeah.
Well, he's the same thing in that's the surf movie that he's in, the surf crime movie. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, yeah. Oh, Knock Knock. Oh my God, it's free pizza. It's free pizza. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
I have not seen the movie, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was so weird. So weird. Anyways, he's a cool guy, but I mean,
he's a good guy, cool guy.
I think,
as far as we know.
I think. Well, you never hear a negative story about Keanu.
No, you don't.
Like even his girlfriend is like age appropriate.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like the same age as him.
There you go. That's the ticket.
It's not always been that way, but right now it is.
It is.
He's a good guy, Keanu.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
He's also kind of Canadian almost, so.
Yeah.
He worked for the CBC.
Oh.
There's old videos of him doing these weird man on the streets when he's younger, interviewing people. It's very weird. Anyways, Vampire Survivors. Maybe Keanu. Point Break, yes. Maybe Keanu will do a voice in Vampire Survivors.
Yes. I mean, he'd have to, right? At this point?
No, wouldn't have to.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to do anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for the news.
Yeah, shorty.
The only 2 articles that we found point in talking about. The rest were just meh.
I mean, we could talk about Jedi Survivor being like poorly received, but
That's
it's just a PC port
It's
of
just
a
a
console game.
yeah,
Like,
it's just
no
a-
surprise. But I think the first Fallen Order... Well, you're playing it.
I'm playing it.
It seems to be pretty well running on your thing.
Yeah, and it's just
It's also
running on
2
deck.
years old, so
Yeah.
it's had been a few patches.
It's running on deck off of an SD card, so
Yeah.
it's doing great.
Yeah.
It's a little bit chuggy when it loads, but it's an SD card,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's just how it goes.
Exactly.
I got to redo my marker here.
Uh-oh.
Redo my marker
That's
because
not
we're
good.
going to talk about Game Club.
Oh, Game Club.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, each week we talk about we play and then we talk.
Yes.
So we play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval of a game, and then we talk about it.
Yeah, we did.
And of course, we are currently playing Yakuza 0,
I've heard of it.
and this is chapter 4.
Yeah, man. Chapter 4. We're
Chapter
playing
4.
as Goro Majima still.
Majima Goro. The customer is king.
The customer's king.
The customer is king.
But we know that's bullshit now. He doesn't
Yes.
believe that, really.
He doesn't. No.
He's been in his golden cage. I believe this is called the Guild... No, that last chapter was the Gilded Cage. I
Yeah, the
think.
last chapter was.
He keeps getting fucked over left, right, and center,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
So, did you just do the story missions, or did you do any side stuff?
I just did the story missions.
Okay. I did virtually any side mission I could find. So I'll talk about a bit of those.
Yep.
If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I did, there was one where you have to, go into a bathroom stall and there's a graffiti and you can reply to the graffiti
Oh, yeah,
to
I
a
did.
girl.
I replied to the graffiti, but I didn't do anything
Okay.
else other than that.
So I won't spoil that one. There's one of the shops you can go eat. There's a friend you can make in the shop. And I completed that one where if you go and you eat and your friendship goes up,
Yeah.
eventually you're actually friends with the girl that works there, not the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her name, but she's another one where you complete her friendship, you get another erotic video.
Ooh.
But when you complete her mission, she gives you an item called the Trouble Finder.
Uh-huh.
And if you equip that, it unlocks more side missions that you can see.
Oh,
So you
interesting.
can't see them all unless you're wearing the Trouble Finder.
Yeah.
So I put that on, and I found a poster where I went and did drug testing. And every drug I took, they'd be like, okay, this makes it so everyone looks like they're moving slow or whatever. But it actually does the opposite of what it says.
Yeah.
So I tested 3 drugs, and basically it gave me different fights with different abilities, kind of. The first one was, maybe not the first, one of them was randomly throughout the fight, your fighting style will randomly change. So as I was doing it, I switched from regular to brawling, and then all of a sudden I was breakdancing. And I was like, what is this style? I don't have this style, because I hadn't learned it yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Because eventually in the chapter you learn how to do the breakdancing style.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was supposed to make your vision better, but it actually made my vision worse. So there was darkness all over the screen when I was fighting these guys. And then there's another one where there's a Yakuza guy who he had to fake his death, but he found his kid and his wife, and he wants to be near them, but he can't. And you have to talk to them all and everything. All the story, it's all talking with all these stories basically. But I also met the Walking Erection.
The walking erection?
Did you meet the Walking Erection?
No.
So he's the guy that I said was in the other cabaret doing the hip thrusts in his underwear.
Oh, yeah?
And you said you didn't see him. I think you just missed that. You must have looked away or something.
I probably didn't see it.
Because the first thing Majima says is hey, I saw you in the club the other day. You were doing hip thrusts. And he's like, yeah, that was me. He's he talks about how horny he is all the time and how he just...
yeah, it's okay. That guy that needs to just get off 3 times a day.
Yeah, that's the Walking Erection.
Yeah, okay. I ran into him.
His tighty whities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just goes from the fucking rub and tug to the video store to the prostitute and just goes around all day. Yeah, I met him and we're becoming fast friends. Because he'll be like, oh, you're a freak too. And Majima's like, no, I'm not. And then they'll exchange notes and he'll be like, oh, I guess I am a freak. So that was a good one too.
Yeah, because this is where he's just coming out of the telephone club trying to meet girls.
Yes. But I also meet him all out of... every time I leave the erotic video place.
He's there?
He's there. He's there.
I have no erotic video, so...
You must have to do the quest with Kiryu,
Yeah,
where you become the dominatrix.
probably.
You should do that so you can watch some erotic videos. You probably have like 5 or 6 unlocked. They're erotic in the very vaguest sense. Word erotic.
Erotic in the before the Japanese sexual revolution. Erotic.
No, it's just like they're more awkward than anything. It's like it's supposed to be erotic, but it's like, why is she rubbing her ass on the bed like that? Like she'll just be like wagging her ass on the like brass rail, and it's like it's just weird. I rescued a girl from a cult.
Maybe it takes a Japanese person to understand the eroticism.
Well, they're like real idol videos.
Yeah.
So it's like softcore idol video, swimsuit video. So they sell them. They're a real thing. I get it. But it's also, I guess it's just a Japanese cultural thing where
Must be.
they just
I guess I'll get one unlocked and I'll be like,
you'll have to tell me. Yeah, this speaks to my heritage.
Exactly.
I think you'll just probably say the same thing as me.
Probably.
I think it has a Western eye on it. You'll be like, oh, that's a bit weird.
I'll keep one eye open for each culture.
Okay,
and I'll
perfect.
report back once
Sounds
I get
good.
one unlocked.
Sounds good. I rescued a girl from a cult. They were doing the Shora Pee-Pee.
Yeah. I started that one.
Oh yeah. He wanted to give her the Shora Pee-Pee for sure. Anything else I did? I didn't do anything. I mean, I did the quest where I have to give the girl the little dolls and everything like that. The stories are interesting. It is totally true though. Like when you do these quests, you should choose the stupidest answer, because in the Shora Pee-Pee one, you have to recreate this little bow they do where they like do their hand in a circle, and the options are like it says like do your right hand in a circle, or like bow deeply, or like the last one was like do the hustle. So you choose it and the guy's like, what are you doing? That's not right. And then they show what Majima's doing with his little dance. I almost died laughing. It was so stupid. So I always recommend that. But I spent a lot of time doing side missions. A lot of time.
Yeah.
The story missions probably take an hour and a half if you just do them.
Yeah, it's a time.
Yeah. Hour and a half to two hours.
I mean, most of the time I just have my controller on the table anyway.
That's the thing with this game, is like the story missions are like movie time.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything else is like sort of whatever. But for the story in this one, well, the first thing I'll say, remember last time we were talking about how they hadn't done one of those still cutscenes?
Yeah, I know. I was like,
as soon as in this one, I'm like, there it is, right there. Yeah. But it was a flashback again.
Yeah, it was.
So I think they're just for flashbacks, because it showed Majima getting tortured and everything.
Yep.
So the story with this, we get a little more background on Majima about why he is like indentured servitude to this guy. And it's they were going to go take out another gang, but he was stopped from going with his brother to do it.
Not his real brother,
but his like bro.
Yeah, his bro.
And then he was,
they bought 6 guns and 36 rounds of ammo.
Exactly. And then his bro went in there as a total badass, like 2 guns, 1 in his mouth, and took out 18 guys or whatever. But because for whatever reason, Majima, I don't know, did they not approve it or something like that?
They did not approve it, the higher ups.
So he got in trouble, and they tortured him. Eventually, you find out he was being tortured for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then he survived it. So they were like, all right, well, he's resilient. We'll let him live, but he's going to be our little bitch for the rest of time.
Yep.
But Majima's like mob boss was like, I don't want to deal with him. So he gave him to another guy to discipline him.
Yeah.
And that's why he's working at the Grand Cabaret to pay back the money.
Yeah.
So this chapter basically, I can't remember the guy that's in charge of Majima. He's like, he first was like, Majima owes him 100 million yen. Then he changes. He's like, no, actually, you owe me 500 million yen now. Yeah. And then he's like, you know what? Let's meet. And now he's like, you know what I want you to do? You got to kill a guy for me. And he's like, well, why wouldn't I just continue paying you the money? He's like, no, that's not going to cut it. I could increase that again, whatever. But if you do this, then you're done, right?
Tsukasa Sagawa.
Oh, yeah, Sagawa. So Majima's like, okay, I guess I got to go kill this guy. So the whole chapter for this section, you have to like go to a telephone club and you have to like figure out, because this guy's supposed to be a prostitute, a pimp or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
supposed to be a pimp. He's like just the baddest of the bad. Like takes all these girls' money.
So they kind of play it up like if Majima kills this guy, he's kind of doing a good thing.
Yeah.
By doing it.
Yeah.
So we have to track him down, and Majima does a whole thing where he's a reporter and he's going to go talk to these girls and get the information. Were these telephone clubs real? Do you think
I
they
would
must have
imagine
been
they
real?
were. Everything in this game is kind of based around reality.
So this thing, he goes in, you pay, you as a guy, you pay to go into a room with a phone.
Yeah.
And you sit there in hopes that a girl will call in and you talk to him.
Yeah. So he pays for 2 hours of time to try and find, because he's looking for a college-age girl who's this person he's trying to kill?
Macaro, something or other.
I
can't remember their name. It starts with 2 M's, though. I know that.
Yeah.
So he spends 2 hours, and then he finally talks to a girl who's like, "Oh yeah, He gets it out of her that she knows who this guy is, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to write an article about him. We should meet. I'll buy you lunch or whatever, and we can talk about it." And she sort of reluctantly agrees to meet him.
Yeah.
And then you have to date her, basically, where she's like, "Oh, let's go get food," and then she orders food, and it's like, I can't just tell you, like, we have to go have fun. Let's go to the arcade. And then you take her to the arcade, and she's like, "Now it's time for dancing." And you have to take her in the VIP room, and
Yeah, Makoto Makimura is who he's
Makoto Makimura, there you go. And so we do all that, and she finally lets go. Like, oh, this guy owns a massage parlor.
Yeah.
South of town.
She wants to go in the arcade, and you have to go and you do the UFO catcher.
Yeah.
And Majima's like, "Oh, UFO catcher, what the hell is this?" I'm like, "You know what it is. 'Cause
I know.
You've already got stuff out
I
there."
know. That's exactly what happened. Same thing. I can't remember, but I had done all this stuff with something, and he's talking to somebody like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about." I'm like, "We've already done all this."
Yeah.
Like, you know what this is. But obviously they just didn't want to record separate audio.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a little disappointing, because a lot of games now, they take that into account. Yeah. And it'll be like, play alternate audio.
Did you get it first try?
For that one, no.
Yeah?
No.
I did.
Wow. You're a pimp.
I know.
Wait. Sorry. No, I did get it first try.
So I'm wondering if you always get it first try.
What did you get?
Because I got a lizard.
Yeah, I got a lizard too.
Yeah,
how did you pick it up?
I fudged it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not getting. I goofed it. I'm not getting anything. And then it's just like, got it.
I think the lizards are easy to get.
I also think it might be automatic that you get it first try, because there's a voice line from the girl when you go outside. She's like, "Oh man, you're so good at UFO catcher. You got it first try."
Oh yeah, maybe you might be right. I picked it up by the tail, and it went right into the.
Yeah, I picked it up by the frill gills.
I was mistaken, because there's the little girl that wants the figures, and it took me like 10 tries to get the figures she wanted earlier in the evening. So, but yeah, I did get it. And then I don't know. I thought it was very weird that she really liked the lizard.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, it's so nice. It's like, you like that fucking lizard? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But she's finally like, well, we have to we also in between here we learn the breakdancing style.
Yeah.
Because you learn breakdancing, and then she'll be like, "Oh
no, it's from the arcade to the disco is when you learn the break."
Right. And I like the breakdancing style.
It's OP.
It's pretty good.
It's OP as frig.
So she finally is like, this guy runs a massage parlor. You can go down there. So Majima goes down there. He's got his little ceremonial dagger that he's going to do. He kicks down the door like, "Where are you?" There's nobody in there.
Yeah.
And he's looking around, and finally you hear like, "Hey, is someone here?" And it's like a woman, and she's blind.
Yeah.
So Majima's kind of like trying to not let her see him. Well, not see, but like not make any noise. She bumps into him, and he's like, "No, I'm a client. And she's like yelling, "You're a thief. So he has to pretend to be a client, so she stops yelling for a thief. So she's giving him a rub down.
Yeah. And it's weird, like 70s porn music starts playing. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It's a massage parlor. No happy ending. It's a like medical place.
Yeah, but then she's like, "Okay, I need you to roll over now." I was like, "Oh yeah, here we go." But then the guy, while he's waiting, he sees a poster for the guy named God Hands.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is the guy. Like, what a sack of
Makamoto Makimura.
What a sack of shit. I'm going to kill this guy," or whatever.
But and during his talking with the girl, like the telephone girl, he finds out that like Makamoto is actually like protecting them.
Oh yeah.
Jobs. He's like super dope.
Yeah. He's not the way that he was told he was.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same thing. What's her name? The girl that's giving the massage?
We don't know yet.
Oh, right.
We don't know what her name is.
So she's saying how, like, the God Hands guy, he's really nice, and, he looks like he's tough, but he's a really gentle giant, and this, that, and the other thing. So Majima's kind of like, this is a bit weird.
Yeah, and meanwhile, he's got his shirt off. He's all tatted up. He's got all of his Yakuza tats on.
Yeah. So then the God Hand guy comes back, and he's all Yakuza'd up too, tatted up big time, but he's fucking beefy, like, boom! Huge.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, this is a new client, and he's kind of immediately like, oh, really, a new client, eh? Well, why don't you go get me some smokes? I really need to, burn the ends of these acupuncture
needles
with the ends of a cigarette. That's the way to do it, right?
You know how I like to do it.
Yeah. So she leaves, and then they have a fight.
Oh yeah, it's a real, like, this whole moment is super tense.
Yeah,
because a couple days ago, you had posted in the Discord about the ending of this chapter. I'm like, oh man, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So I'm like on edge, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Is he gonna have to kill her?
Yeah.
She's here. Like, what's going on? She's like blind. Like, what?
Yeah.
And so he comes in. And I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be a throwdown.
It's like a standoff.
In here.
It's like classic. Like, she doesn't know what's going on. Well, she's blind. So she doesn't know what's going on, and they're trying to play it as like, they're both. Majima's like a Yakuza, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't want to get this girl involved.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, you need to go get smokes, and he kind of just is like, going to grab his knife, but he throws a needle between his legs. So he's like, okay, I'll wait. So we'll have a fight in a minute when she's gone,
Yeah.
So she leaves, and then they have a little battle. And I was breakdancing all over this guy's face.
Breakdancing all over his face.
Just spinning and kicking him in the head like 100 times.
Do anything.
Yeah,
They're just like block, and then stun locked, and then it's like, okay. Yeah.
So then they have, you don't actually complete the fight.
No.
You just have whatever.
You get interrupted.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, in between they like have like a thing where he's trying to break Majima's arm or whatever, and you have to do a little quick time event. And then
did you pass that quick time event?
I did.
I didn't.
I did.
So he does an acupuncture move. Into your pressure point, and it's like, Kazah!
What happens?
Huge amount of damage. Huge amount of damage.
Okay. No, I survived it. But then 3 other dudes come in, and they're like, they say like, oh, we want what's Makoto or whatever. Yeah. And then Majima finally realizes like, oh, this guy isn't the guy.
No.
The girl is the guy.
His name is Wenhai Li.
Yeah.
So he's Chinese.
Yeah. So the guy is actually the girl. He's supposed to kill the girl.
Yeah.
So then they kidnap the girl and they shoot the God Hands guy.
Yeah.
A few times. I don't know why they don't shoot Kiryu. Shoot them both. If you're going to shoot one, shoot them both.
Yeah, shoot him in the shoulder and in the leg.
And then finish him off. Well, we don't know if he's dead, but he gets shot in the gut too.
And he tells Majima to like, go, protect her, save her.
Yeah. And Majima's just like, okay,
I don't know what to do right now.
So we have to fight these 3 guys. I breakdanced all over these fools too.
I didn't realize the main guy was shooting me with a gun.
Oh yeah.
So I actually died in this spot.
Oh, okay.
But then I was like, I just focused him after, and I was like, okay, yep, you're getting spin kicked all over the place here.
Yeah, I just fucking was breakdancing everywhere. So many spins.
Yeah.
Quite good. Once we go out on the street, we have to chase down to find her. Mm-hmm. We catch up to her, and then it's fucking stealth mode time, dude.
It was a 10. I didn't mind the stealth mode. It went on a little bit longer than I had hoped it would have.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, get to this area, and it's like, oh, now get to the other side of the city. I'm like, oh, come on.
So it was like Assassin's Creed a little bit, where it's like blend in with the crowd, and you run up to the people and hit the A button, and you'll blend in. They can't see you. Then when they turn your back, you can continue on.
Yeah, there's a couple of, like, right when you get to the end of each little section, so there's two stealth sections. You get to the end, and you have to do a fight.
I had to fight in between, too.
I did one in between fight, but that's it.
It was just, she would move so slow.
Oh, yeah. It's like, okay, hey, go. And then you, like, get out of the like, the hiding,
the
and then start to go, and it's like she just takes forever to get going.
Well, and the other thing, too, is, like... I mean,
she's blind.
She's blind, but she's also, like, rubbing up against them, so you have to, like, turn away and go around.
You can't shove your way through anybody in this area.
So it was very annoying. So there was one part where I fought 6 dudes at once. And then immediately after, I fought 3 more dudes.
Oh, wow.
They just were all over me right there. Like, literally, I fought the 6, and then I was out of fight for a second, and 3 more dudes saw me. So I beat them all, and then I get to the part where we need to switch to the next bridge.
Yeah.
And you have to fight the guys, and they're like pulling on her, and I'm like, no, and she fucking gets punched out, thrown over the shoulder, and I was like, oh my god, if I have to run all the way back here, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Thankfully you don't.
Oh god, that's
it good. Starts you right there, and she's full health. So I was like, oh, thank god, that would have been so annoying.
I would just spin kick my way to her. Just like hang out spin kicking around her.
I started using the bat. Oh. That seemed to work better for me in that area, because I was spin kicking like up and down the street. So with the bat, I just sort of like stood in one part, and then I started swinging it like, and I just hit everybody. Yeah. So we finally get away from everybody, and we've made it across town, and we go into an alley, and she like breaks down grabbing on Majima's leg.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, thank you. Oh, I can't believe we got away. Whatever.
I'm so scared.
And like Majima's like, she's holding on to his leg, and Majima's like, well, do I kill her now that I saved her?
Pulls the knife out.
I just was like, Majima, come on.
I was like, oh my god, what is happening?
So obviously he's not going to kill her, but like, I just was like, why would they even put this part in that he's like thinking about killing her? Like, why didn't you just kill her like after? Like, I spent all this time rescuing you, fought all these guys, evaded them all. It has
to be him that kills her.
But he could have just been like, I caught you. Yeah, she's dead. She's right over there. You know?
Yeah.
So very, very weird ending there, but
yeah, pulls the blade, and then it's like, meanwhile,
yeah, we go
the other side of the city.
So that's the thing they do, is now we go back to be Kiryu. So it's like now we have to wait to see what's happening.
Well, it's like, damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that was super tense ending.
Yeah,
it was really good.
One thing we forgot to mention is that the girl that's in the phone club, she says that when he's looking, the guy that we think is the God Hands who we're supposed to be killing, his only thing he wants is if you encounter someone with a bat tattoo, to call him.
Yeah.
He wants to find out who this person with, a bat tattoo is. We don't know anything about that right now, but that sure will come into be something later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the chapter a lot. I love the story. The story's great.
The story's insane. So good.
It's just that the main story quest, that's why they put all these side quests in, because once it's main story time, there's fighting and everything.
Yeah.
But like
you essentially just put the controller down.
Yeah, and there's like not a lot to do in them, basically. Oh, so did you do the QuickTime event where you have to break the guy's neck in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost failed the first one. Because I'm like, cutscene, and I'm like scratching my ear or something like that. And I was like, oh crap! I gotta hit the button.
Yep.
So I did that. The other thing too with the main story quest is like you're not making any money.
No, you sure aren't.
So you kind of have to do the side ones to make the money so you can level up.
I just beat the hell out of dudes.
As I run around, I do too. But the side missions, like I did one where did you do the quest where the guy's stealing the guy's bonpan pants?
No.
So there's one where there's a guy wearing no pants. He's like, hey, give me your pants, man. And you find out like someone stole his pants, and there's a guy that's what he does is he go around and steal these pants. So you do the quest, and there's like a guy who's almost as big as Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah.
And he's actually like in grade 5. He's like just a giant kid, and he steals people's bontans. So you have to fight him. It was a hard fight, but when I beat him, I got like 30 million yen.
Oh wow.
So I was like, oh, okay, that was a lot of money for leveling up here.
Yeah, no kidding.
So it helps to do the side quests because you do get those sort of bonuses. Most of the time you do a side quest and they're like, here you go, I got you this. And it's like, oh, thank you for the rainbow fabric or whatever.
I love rainbow fabric.
Yeah.
Here's your platinum plate.
I haven't done any crafting yet, but I have been sending people out on missions to do the crafting.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like to get the parts and everything like that. Have you done any of that?
Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a crew to send out on missions.
The guy that teaches you how to do the brawler style, if you go to his shop, his wife sends people out on missions.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of the way it is in this game. They don't really tell you, like, hey, this is an option.
Yeah. It's
like
stuff for you to discover.
Like the same thing with the Trouble Finder I found. Like, you would never know that there's quests that you can't get unless you equip this item.
Yeah.
So, you kind of have to discover that all on your own.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Classic
cool.
Japanese RPG style.
Yeah. So I like it. I'm enjoying it. I like to play the side missions. They're just, some of the stories are so funny and stupid.
I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it.
Yeah. I mean,
any side missions.
I
Just
played
like,
it for like, I don't know, 6 hours this week or something like that. I streamed it twice.
Yeah. I think it's because I know that the story missions are just going to be like, put the controller down.
Yeah.
You know, I just get through it. I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to do something else now.
Yeah.
I got some other stuff I need to get done.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, eventually you might have to go run around and do some grinding.
I will, because I think the fighting is going to get a little bit more difficult than what I have unlocked abilities for, right?
Yeah. So I'm liking it a lot, though.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we start running our own businesses and stuff like that. That'll be interesting, recruiting people and everything.
Yeah.
But I found a lot of fucking phone cards this chapter, too. I was running around looking for them.
Bagel phone cards this chapter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I
Did
was running around a little bit.
Did you equip the finder?
I don't have it.
Oh.
I have it on Kiryu.
No, you have it, too.
What?
Or maybe you have to unlock it.
I think I have to unlock it.
Go to the shrine and spend your CP. They have the same amount.
Oh, yeah.
They both have the same amount.
Yeah. I'll have to do that.
It's shared CP.
I did unlock some stuff, but I don't think I unlocked the same stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. I like it just because it makes the noise, so it's easy to figure it out. Sometimes I don't see the flashing.
Yeah.
But I've watched all the erotic videos. I'm becoming friends with the man at the erotic video store. He's always like, do you have any recommendations? I'm getting a little tired of these erotic videos. So.
Partially erotic videos.
Yeah, in the Vegas sense.
Semi-erotic.
They're not even a little bit erotic. They're not erotic at all.
I'll get my Japanese eyes on them. We'll see.
Yeah, you have to do the dominatrix quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, well, I'm back to being curious, so...
You should be able to find it for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to play it, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah. Get Chapter 5 going. Yeah. This is as far as I've ever been in the game, too.
Yeah, so everything's new now, which is great.
I mean, I didn't really remember everything. Like, I remembered about the blind girl and everything, but I didn't remember the fine details, so it's good to go back and see it again anyways.
Now everything's new.
I did some of Chapter 5.
Oh, well...
I didn't complete it.
Yeah.
That's where I ended off before. So
yeah, all right, cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the storyline goes, because it's great.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're known for. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the wife like pokes her head and is like, "Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Hello."
exactly.
Because it's in Japanese, which means it's anime like.
Oh,
and she doesn't.
Very good.
She likes a good anime.
Apparently, in the first Yakuza 1 on the PS2 when they released it in North America, I think Kiryu was voiced by Mark Hamill.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pretty weird.
I don't know. I don't know if that's weird. Mark Hamill does a lot.
Well, he does a lot of voices, but I mean, it's just an interesting choice. They're not even remotely close to the same age, so.
Yeah, now.
Well, even then. Like, Kiryu's supposed to be like 20 years old, 24 years old. Yeah. So unless he recorded the voiceover for it in 1979, he's like twice as old as Kiryu, at least. I mean, technically he could have. He didn't. But he could have.
We got this. It's like just people from the future come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Back. Hey, we got this thing.
It's called a video game.
It's called a video game.
Like Pong?
There's voice acting in Pong?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm excited.
Yes. And that'll be the end of this podcast. That'll be the end of the segment and the podcast.
Aw, sad.
Yes, super sad. It was a little bit of a short one, I think. Looking at the recording, it seems like it's about the same length as normal.
Well, we filled it up with some bullshitting.
We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did. If you liked what you saw, please go ahead and leave us a comment. Leave us a review. Let us know that you're actually out there putting this podcast into your ear holes. Please let us know. Mm-hmm. We're lonely in here.
Yeah, we are.
Share us with a friend if you are listening to the podcast. If you're enjoying it, just get us out there. We need more people listening, more people giving us their feedback and interacting with us.
Yeah, bitch.
That's what we like. That's what we like.
Tell me how good I am.
Yeah, tell Curb how good he is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Mikey too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care as much.
Okay.
But we will see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye.
Bye.
It's alright.